Hello everybody, I'm SohnJee. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time checking me out, thank you so much. I appreciate your stopping by. To all my others that are here, you're already a subscriber. Thank you so much for your support. I definitely appreciate it. And if you've checked me out before, but you haven't subscribed, I encourage you to do so by hitting the subscribe button and the little bell so that you're notified when I upload new content, okay? So the only thing I ask around here is to pay attention to what we're talking about, and then you hit me up in the comments section and let me know what you think. Of course, as always, I ask that you be respectful of myself and the other commenters. We are here to exchange ideas, share opinions, but we're going to do it in a way that is respectful of ourselves and of each other. So you don't have to agree with me, you don't have to agree with the other commenters, but you do have to express yourself in such a way that you can be heard and that we just dealing with your opinion and not insults, okay? Got it? Good. Hopefully you'll want to share this with other people and talk about it with your friends, because of course we're just trying to learn each other so that we can get better at this thing called communication and compatibility. You don't have to like everybody, but it would be really nice if we learned how to accept each other. All right, so that's enough of all my preaching. Let's get into it. So this video series is about best couples, best matchups for cusp signs. That's right. I didn't forget about you cusp signs out there. I've got a lot of requests for you that you are interested in who are the best mates for cusp. Now, did you know that 20% of birthdays fall on cusp? Did you know that? 9 times out of 10, you know somebody that's a cusp. That's right. You just have to ask them. Now, those born on the cusp might find that they have the potential to be more compatible with more astrological signs. Yes, they're just not set to a certain fixed amount of sun sign people, because those born under the influence of a cusp have more of a range to deal with people born than those born under a single sun sign. So they are very blessed and fortunate in that way. Now, cuspers are influenced by 2 sun signs: their main sign that they're born under and the sign adjacent immediately following. So those are our cuspers, and they have their own personalities, which they usually find is a mix of both. So when they are reading their horoscope, something as simple as that, a lot of times cuspers can't really relate to it. They need to read a little bit of that one and they get a little bit of the other sun sign to find what works for them. And this dilemma can make finding the best match for a cusp rather tricky. But have no fear, your girl is here. I've researched it, I've done it, and I will tell each and every one of you cuspers what is the best sun sign matchup for you. So stay tuned. If you're a cross watcher and you're watching for your cusper or a cusper in your life, I got you. Get ready. Take notes. Coming up right after this, the best matchups for cusp signs. Hang in there. Hello, Pisces-Aries Cusp. Welcome to your love matchup. Now, the Pisces-Aries Cusp is also known as the cusp of rebirth. And how do you know if you are a Pisces-Aries Cusp? Well, you have a birthday on or between March 17th through the 23rd. So if you or the person you're watching the video for has a birthday within those days, they are a Pisces-Aries Cusp, the cusp of rebirth. Now, this cusp of rebirth, water mixes with fire. Now, Pisces-Aries cusp with fire signs. That's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. These relationships with fire signs will feel right to you. In particular, an Aries partner is great, as you should find you have a lot in common. Those two Aries link-ups will just in sync with each other, and you'll just understand it because your temperaments will be a lot alike, okay? However, Pisces-Aries cusp, you should also watch for the impulsiveness that Aries is going to bring out in you, as well as what you're going to exhibit in them. Both of you are going to definitely have to learn how not to feed off of that, but instead put roadblocks or hindrances in the way so that you too can learn how to think things through. So you're going to have to let somebody else take control and take, Aries have a issue with that at times where they're wanting to have control all the time. And so the Pisces in you is going to have to be a little bit more assertive when you're with an Aries in particular to establish just some speed bumps to slow yourselves down regarding the impulsiveness. You're going to have to yell, slow down to them while you're keeping pace with them because you do have the Aries influence. You definitely, in that pairing, it's a great pairing. But again, you're going to have to train yourself early on not to feed off each other for the bad behavior patterns, because you are going to have some good ones, but you will definitely have a couple of questionable ones. That's for sure. Now, Leo, on the other hand, may not be as compatible as the other fire signs. Yes, they are compatible with you, just not as compatible. And this is because Leo has a secretive nature at times, and they have also a need for one-on-one attention. And the Pisces-Aries cusp is social because you have that Aries in you that you like to be around people. And Pisces does at the same time. Pisces likes to turn up, and Leo likes close quarters in your face. Doesn't mean that the Leo isn't going to go out and be the center of attention, because that's who they are as well. However, they are going to be reserved in some areas, and the Pisces-Aries is very much in your face, out loud, proud. This is who I am. Take it or leave it. I really don't care. So Sagittarius, on the other hand, will be happy to be with the Pisces-Aries cusp. You will just work. And this is because the Archer, Sagittarius, is comfortable when they need to be apart, as long as they receive the reassurance from you, Pisces-Aries cusp, that all is well as they plan their next adventure. So they don't have a problem with the Pisces need to detach and unwind and be in their own thoughts. Sagittarius is going to be cool with that. So as I said, all fire signs, you're going to feel like the relationship is right. Aries and Sagittarius, most definitely. Leo, there may have to be some adjustments along the way. But again, any fire sign with Pisces-Aries cusp should be a pretty good matchup. Okay, moving on. Pisces-Aries cusp with earth signs. That's Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Now, Pisces-Aries is a ray of sunshine when in relationships with the earth signs. They are going to appreciate how Pisces-Aries sees the world, as well as your inner depths and your artistic nature that you bring to the table because of the Pisces influence. So the depth, as well as the esoteric thinking, the artistic abilities, you probably have a talent that they just find to be fascinating. Earth signs are going to love that about you, Pisces-Aries cusp. However, you, Pisces-Aries cusp, may not always appreciate the values and dependability from your earth sign, and you may become bored by their routine and need for pattern consistency. So, because of the Aries influence in Pisces-Aries cusp, Aries needs spontaneity, and the earth sign, if you are an earth sign that does not struggle with doing things spontaneous, then you'll be fine. But however, if you're earth signs, most of them, you're very regimented, you have a schedule, you stick to it, you're consistent, you are solid. Okay, so not saying that this is a bad thing. However, when you're with a Pisces-Aries cusp, you're going to have to make a concerted effort to be a little bit more spontaneous here and there. Don't keep so much routine because they're going to become bored. They still need something to be fascinated about. So, Capricorn, of course, you're quite mysterious, so you can begin to reveal things. Virgo, you have to be a little bit more trusting. And so once you're trusting, you can definitely be spontaneous. So you're going to have to make a little effort to make it work there, so that you guys don't become bored with each other, and that you, earth sign, don't become disenchanted with Pisces Aries need to withdraw from you. Okay? Now, Pisces Aries cusp with air signs. That's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Now, air signs might have difficulty finding compatibility with the Pisces-Aries cusp. Therefore, it might be best in these pairings to focus more on the friendship initially. Because if you get that solid, okay, then you may have something to work with. Unless the air sign has already sown their wild oats and they're ready for a mature, steady relationship, and vice versa. Okay, so this is a relationship and a meeting that you guys very early on in the pairing are going to have to decide what this thing is. Okay, you definitely need to have, what are we? This is definitely a pairing where you guys are both on both sides are going to say, so what are we? And the air sign is going to be like, I don't know. And in all fairness, you may do the same thing, Pisces Aries, because of the Pisces influence in you. You also have duality where you're like, I don't know, maybe let's think about it. I don't know. And when you're doing that with an air sign's going to go, I don't know, I don't care, whatever. Keep it pushing. So that is where there's a clash in trying to actually make the relationship a pairing. Again, as I said, unless you have already decided that you want to be in a steady, solid relationship, then it's a whole different vibe, whole different vantage point and viewpoint that you're looking at, and then you can make something of it, okay? But there will be fun and exciting times with any air sign that you with Pisces Aries cusp, and that will make Pisces Aries feel steady and grounded. So because the two of you are actually out there just having a good time, focusing again on the friendship, making that solid, okay, then this will make for a steady relationship. Just remember, without the infusion of maturity and a call to commitment on both sides, all this relationship will be with the air sign is fun and games. So if that's what you're looking for, if that's where you're at in your life, no judgment here. Just need to make it clear, Pisces Aries cusp, as you approach a relationship with an air sign. Okay? And last but not least, Pisces Aries cusp with water signs. And our water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And this may make Pisces Aries feel as though you have a lot in common when you're with a pairing of a water sign. And you know why that happens? Because you really do. A Pisces Aries cusp with a water sign is a very, very good matchup. However, these signs may be too similar. Okay, they may be too much commonality for you, Pisces Aries cusp, and that won't really make the partner interesting to you, because you do need a certain level of mystery, a certain level of quoi for your partner. You just need that extra little something. And because the water sign is just so similar, and you guys are just get each other, and you're just coming from the same place, you know, what's the mystery in it? So don't, water signs, all of a sudden just give everything you got, unload the whole bucket on the Pisces-Aries cusp in your first month. Hold some things back for them to have to discover and learn about you. Also, the broodiness and moodiness of the water sign will not help your Pisces-Aries get out of their way, out of their own heads, although this matchup, you'll be loyal to each other, because again, there's a connection there. And it just works. It shouldn't really be a lot of effort having to be applied, as with perhaps some of the other signs, when the Pisces-Aries is with water sign. Now, Cancer will make for a very good match, probably the best between the Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer of the water sign. Cancer sign is probably your best bet, as the crabs understand these cuspers very well. Again, just a natural understanding, because you're typically coming from the same place. Of course, you could have other dynamics within the chart that kind of make things a little more staticky here and there, as well as upbringing and traumas and things like that. But overall, surface level, not going too deep, Cancers are a really good matchup for the Pisces-Aries cusp. Now, however, Pisces-Aries needs to be aware that you may drive your partner, your water sign partners, insane with your inconsistencies. And again, that's the duality of the Pisces and the impulsiveness of the Aries. So you may have had a conversation the night before, the week before, whatever, have you have this conversation. The Pisces-Aries has decided that they're not going to do whatever, okay? Let's keep it, I was thinking about an example that I'm going to share with you, and I will in a second. And so you have the Pisces-Aries, and you guys have had a conversation. Pisces-Aries says they're not going to go on the fishing trip with their buddies. They've decided that they're not going to do it, and that's it. And that's what you tell your partner. And then next week comes, and your Pisces-Aries cusp is on the boat, and they're having a fishing trip. Okay. For the water sign and most other signs, I'm going to say, hey, Pisces-Aries, you said that you weren't going to do this. And the Pisces-Aries, the impulsivity of the Aries comes out, and they say, well, you know, I just felt like it. And so that kind of behavior will drive your partner's insane, Pisces-Aries cusp. So you need to work on that. And that is why with an air sign, because they're doing the same thing. So that is another reason why you have a little bit of conflict for the air signs. But back to the water signs. The water signs will be cool with it. Just keep the inconsistencies to a minimum and make sure that you are clear with your emo water sign. Because although they may tell you it's fine, it's cool, that you went off and did something you said you weren't going to do, remember this. Water signs will continue to boil and or simmer long after everyone else has moved on from the argument, the subject, okay? So you want to make sure, Pisces-Aries cusp, that you check and recheck with your water sign that they are in fact good, okay? So, and if they're not good, you want to fix it, or you want to give them just enough of the room that they need to work through whatever that thing was in their mind, and then be sure to reassure and reconnect, okay? Now, great cusp match for Pisces-Aries cusp is our Virgo Libra, and that's anybody born September 19th through the 25th. They're very flexible, very pliable. So when you have your inconsistencies, our Virgo Libra isn't going to go too crazy on you. They're going to want you to tighten up. And of course, Pisces-Aries Cusp, you can do that. You just have to want to. Another very good cusp matchup is a Scorpio Sagittarius, and that is a person born November 18th through the 24th. That is also could potentially be a very good matchup for you. Again, watch the inconsistencies as well as the Gemini Cancer cusp, which is June 17th through the 23rd. That connection should be quite electric because you have the air sign that's going to give you the fun that you really like, but you have the Cancer influence that is going to ground that Gemini a little bit better. And so you're not going to have so much flakiness. Hate to say that to you, Gemini, but it's the truth. You won't have so much flakiness because you have the Cancer influence in the relationship and that spotlight and that need to connect. So that will actually make for a very good matchup. And finally, what could also be a very good matchup for you, Pisces-Aries Cusp, is the Sagittarius Capricorn, because you have the Capricorn sturdiness that you love about the air sign, but you also have the fire and the exploring and the let's get out and do things that your Aries influence also has, okay? And you're also going to be having that great communication skill and that ability to explore other things, which Pisces absolutely loves to do. So there you have it. Those are the matchups for you, Pisces-Aries Cusp. Pretty good. If you need to rewatch some of the things, because I definitely gave you some warnings in there between the different sun signs, please go back and do so. And if you are Pisces-Aries Cusp and you would like to add to the discussion about some things that you find about yourself or that you look for in your other partners, I invite you to please leave it in the comment section below. Looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say about the Pisces-Aries Cusp in your life. Until next time, if you haven't done so already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you have subscribed already, I would like to thank you again. I appreciate you stopping by and learning and growing and sharing with me. I'm enjoying you, and I definitely appreciate you being here. So until next time, take care of each other, and I will see you in the comment section below. Bye-bye.